What's up, everyone? Welcome to today's video. Welcome to the Video Game Fight School channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. I have a question for you, and I'll love your answer in the comment section. The question is very simple. Would you pay $600 to play one video game? I'm sure if we check the comment section after this video, and please leave your answers. You know, if it's yes, if it's no, if it's yes, maybe you can say why. If it's no, maybe you can say why. But I'm of the mindset that from just pure speculation, there are going to be more heck no's than there are yeses. In fact, I'll be surprised if I see a yes. And the reason I say that is because when we talk about the landscape changing right now, seeing a lot more people moving their gaming from console to PC, or at least adding PC as an alternative. I mean, even the most recent data that we saw about Steam's controller usage, we saw that, more players are actually opting to play with, a controller on their Steam devices. In fact, the data was very interesting to look at. Even though I'm not going to sit here and conclude that, well, this means that everything we're seeing here is just gamers coming from console. No, it could be that there's a mixture. I have friends that play on PC that actually, prefer the PlayStation controllers, but it seems like this data set is actually showing some growth as time is going on. This particular growth, look at it, it says since 2018, daily average controller use has tripled from about 5% to 15% of all sessions. So this particular set of data points are actually showing a growth. So to me, I can say that with some level of certainty, there are some people moving their gaming to PC. I could also say that with some level of certainty that more people are probably just switching from mouse and keyboard to PC, from mouse and keyboard to controller, And they may be making builds that work like a console. Some of you may or may not know, I've seen a lot of people say, you can't just sit down on, fire up a video game when it comes to, PC gaming. You have to sit there and do settings and all this stuff. And I'm like, maybe you think a PC is like, old school antennas where you have to go ahead and maybe rotate your antenna and catch the station. Back in the day, some people see PC gaming like that. They don't know that you can actually get your PC set up where once you, basically get home, you push your main button on your controller and it will turn on your PC and fire up Steam, depending on how you've already, done your settings ahead of time. So some people are still maybe, thinking about PCs like that. So it's a little funny to see their thought process. But this conversation about the $600 game is the GTA conversation. It's also the so-called PlayStation exclusive conversation because we've seen that the exclusive thing is not necessarily effective anymore. Seeing that PlayStation is basically bringing everything to PC just like Xbox did starting around 2016 with Quantum Break or maybe even some other games back then. And if you actually put the whole thing, especially looking at the GTA question in perspective, you'll see that many people are not willing to spend that much money. We don't even know how much GTA 6 is going to cost. In fact, I saw somebody make mention of this and said, yes, they will actually spend that money and buy themselves a new console when GTA 6 comes out, even though they're a PC gamer. However, this same person said, but when it comes on PC, I'm going to sell that PlayStation and buy the PC version. So that person is not willing to spend the full $600 and eat that cost. They want to regain some of their money by selling that same console on the used market. Now, some people may buy a used console to be able to play it at first, but they're not trying to spend $600, which is what PlayStation is hoping that a lot of these people would do on the PC side in terms of moving their gaming over and starting to patronize the PlayStation platform. And that's not something a lot of people are willing to do, simply because even most console players are not, they're not willing to do the same as well. So what needs to happen right now, I think, is a rethink from developers of the market overall. I see this whole GTA 6 conversation basically raging on, but no one has actually considered that simply because GTA 5, having been in a really interesting position, coming out on the PlayStation 3, leveraging the full growth of the PlayStation 4 platform and the Xbox One platforms, basically became so big and stayed on the market for 10, 12, almost 13 years. But now we're looking at the industry and its available market reach is only somewhere around 80 million users if it's coming out on the current gen systems. That's basically adding the 52 plus million on PlayStation 5 and the 27 million on the Series X and the Series S. And then if at some point it leaves out the biggest player base for about a whole year, what's to say that they're going to be comfortable doing that or leaving the PC platform for an entire year, seeing that the behavior of PC players and the behavior of some console players is maybe, remaining the same or changing drastically, where PC players are looking that we're getting PlayStation games if we just wait, no problem. We're getting Xbox games day one, no problem. So now the behavior and the expectation is that bring your game to where people are going to buy it, which is a sensible expectation anyways. So has anybody ever considered that GTA 6 might actually launch on PC at the same time it launches on console? Did anybody consider that? And if anybody is not considering it, perhaps they may be in a position where they might say, why? Why are we not considering a PC launch for Rockstar? Maybe they've just continued tradition where they know their PC version is going to sell, so they're comfortable doing that. And that's Rockstar. Rockstar will do what Rockstar is going to do. So GTA 6 is also in a different situation where the game has its own reputation, but many other third-party publishers cannot afford to do that. If they want to make any kind of success, they really have to follow the tides. And the tides, they seem to be changing. Even PlayStation, of all, is following the tides. So, are you going to spend $600 to play one video game? My answer is simply heck no. Get that out of here. Thanks for watching. Peace out.